I'm sorry that every time I talk to you guys recently, I'm crying. But I know it's been a couple days and you guys haven't heard from me. So I just wanted to check in real quick. And give you guys a little update. I know you guys now, all of you guys know that on top of my asthma, I have this idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. And I am in my year 4 or 5. And things could definitely be worse. It could definitely be better. Um, so basically, when we were talking with the doctors and stuff, they said to, kind of like take it easy and enjoy myself. Because we don't know if the things that I could do today I'll be able to do tomorrow. And it's a sad reality, but it is what it is. There are days that I can feel how hard it is, just to get up. So you can imagine how tough that is, right? On like James and the kids. But we try to be strong and we try to have faith, So, my doctor was talking to James about us, trying to get me out of the hospital before Christmas. This way we can, enjoy Christmas together at home. And well, December 17th is our wedding anniversary. So I so wanted to break out of the hospital that day and be able to spend my anniversary with James. And like in those movies, when, whether it's somebody is dying in the hospital or whatever the case is, and they go and they break him out so they could have this one last, amazing adventure that they can remember. James and my dad and my brother wanted to break me out of the hospital and whisk me away on a cruise through the Caribbean over the next week and get some nice salt air and make some memories. especially for Max, you know? And, we have a lot of bills, so doing something like this is not really in the cards. And James is always really, meticulous, especially when it comes to making sure that he has the money and stuff for my medicines. But he so wanted to put a smile on my face. He so wanted to give me something. And he went and booked this cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line, who we have sailed with before. And he talked to my doctors about it, to see like if it was okay with them, before telling me, because like a little kid I'd probably get excited, and then be disappointed if I don't get to go. And they were like, you know what, she needs this. We'll sign her out. Let her go. Just bring her back as soon as you guys get back, So they made that deal, and I got sprung loose, and it was just so amazing, you know what I mean? So we were supposed to leave on Sunday. They got my dad and my brother. We drive down to Miami, and it's a long boarding process because now they've got to do these COVID tests and all that stuff. But James had everything set that I needed, even though I felt like a little granny, but I had my wheelchair assistance and stuff like that. We made it through the entire process, and at the very end, the last thing we're doing is getting the last pictures to take for our onboarding, and the young lady assisting us mentioned that she needed Max's birth certificate because of his passport card being expired, which is fine. I mean, the whole day, we did all the process already, so we had everything. So now she's going through our paperwork and she can't find his birth certificate. And we're like, okay, well, I mean, it's got to be there in the pile, They've already seen it. That's how come we've made it this far. And she couldn't find it. And now they don't want to accept the passport card, and they can't find our birth certificate. I wanted to yell. I wanted to scream. I was crying. I was trying not to give myself a heart attack. But we were there from early in the morning. We did every step of the process. We are at the last leg. And they lose Max's birth certificate and won't let us board because his passport card is expired. If we didn't have the birth certificate, from the very get-go, they would have stopped us with the passport card and say, you can't board with this. We had all day to get what they would have needed. Why did that happen? Because we had what they needed all the time. And then they lose it, and now it's our fault. I got to watch everybody board that ship except my James and my Max. And all they could do is apologize because they can't find the birth certificate and say what else they can do to make up for it. In the meantime, My dad and my brother had to go on without us, which they didn't want to do. And James was like, go with your dad and brother, I'll just take Max home. There's no way I could do that. For us, that was 3 years worth of savings. And for James, it's always scary for him to spend, but he so wanted to give this to me. And they did nothing. They told us to go home. And they would call us. And here we are, sad. Because not only, it's not just about not getting to go. It's just not knowing if I can go next year, you know? To be honest, the doctors they don't think so, so that's why they wanted us to go and do it now. So we tried to go do it now. So, okay. We don't really have the money to do anything else with Max. You know, that's just what we were planning to do. And now, Norwegian Cruise Line calls us back and tells us you were denied boarding because his passport was expired. So therefore, we will not reschedule you, nor will we refund you your money. We spent $2,800 on this cruise. That, like I said, may not be a lot to some, but for us, that was 3 years worth of savings. $2,854.17. And we tell them, why would you let us get from point A to point B to point C to point D if we didn't have the proper documentation? I'm like, we had all day. And you didn't say anything to us. And yes, that's because they had everything that they needed. But now we're at the last step and you don't have it. And it's our fault. I don't understand how they can do that. You know, if I was one of those people to scream and make like a big scene or something at that port, I would have done so. But that's not me. And no matter what, you know, I'm just broken out of the hospital, so I don't want, you know, to have a heart attack or something. And I'm putting my faith in these people. And they rip us off. I mean, how could they not even say, okay, well, we're not going to refund you, but we can credit you and you use it? No, they just want to keep the money and that's it and that's all. I got to watch everybody get on that ship except me and my family. Because they lost my son's birth certificate. Because they lost his birth certificate. They notated the fact that they lost his birth certificate. I don't understand how it is that we're the ones that are getting punished for it. I don't get it. But I've just been upset, guys. You know, they just took away our last trip. I love you guys. I'm sorry I haven't posted or said anything, but we've just been really sad. But I'm okay. I'm home. And I'll try to reach out to you guys soon.